Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a Friday Reads, which I don't think is going up on a Friday because I'm filming this on Friday and I'm leaving for vacation. Long story short, this is a bookish video on my MacInnis Mama channel and it's not a Friday, so I'm kind of sorry, but kind of not. This is my TBR for the bookie trials and I'm so excited to have had this brought to my attention. I wasn't sure if I was going to participate at first, but then one of my friends, Alexi, me and her talk a lot on my other channel, my beauty channel, but she's also a lover of books, and she DM'd me on Instagram and asked me if I wanted to participate and we would hold each other accountable, and I think that's going to be amazing. This readathon was started by Rachel Marie Book Junkie, and this is like a fantasy themed readathon for the entire month of July. You don't have to read fantasy, but like that was kind of what started it all. It's like a queendom with a map and everything. I'll definitely link the announcement and all of the information that I can find down in the description box. When I took the quiz, I was sorted into the Magi team, but after looking at the prompts and stuff, although I absolutely love Becca in the books, she's one of my favorites, I just didn't vibe as well with the prompts for the TBR, so I decided to swap teams and head over to be a scribe because I also love Sophie at Sophisticated Books, and the books I have on my summer TBR already, which I did post on Instagram, just like my bookshelf, my small bookshelf with some books I wanted to read in summer. These prompts fit what was already on there the best, so I thought that would be like the best plan of attack, the one that made the most sense, you know what I mean? So I'm here to share with you the 5 books that I have planned to read in July as a scribe. Now, our ability that is our advantage over the other teams is we're allowed to swap the books on our TBR, which is perfect for me as I use a lot of library books and sometimes they have to go back when I haven't gotten to them, etc. But on the other teams, the books you say you're going to read that are on your TBR, you have to read those ones. You're not allowed to switch. And our weakness is also that one of them has to be over 500 pages. So I was able to figure that out as well. So I'm just going to go in the order of the challenges. Oh, that's another thing. You have to read these books in the chronological order to follow your route on the map, and we're all going to end up at the same place. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait, and it's going to be a good, getting me in the mood for the newts that are happening in August, which I have a lot of books to read for that one. Anyways, so I'm starting my journey at Dwarf Mountain, which I have to read a book that has just a hint of romance to get you in the mood. And for that, I chose Night of Cake and Puppets by Laini Taylor. This is the companion novel to the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. This fits in between the second and the third book. And this is about Susanna and Mick and their first date and all of that. They're dating in the trilogy, the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, so obviously this must have a hint of romance in it, and there's some cute graphics and stuff in here. I think this is going to be a really fun and easy read, and I'm excited to check this off my list as part of the series as well. Apothecary Towers. Read a random book off your shelf. So as I mentioned, I have a small bookshelf with my summer TBR. I had 19 books on there that were not already included in another readathon. So I put in a randomizer 1 to 19 and I got number 12. And number 12 was The Carrie Diaries by Candace Bushnell. I'm not really sure. I know lovers of the show Sex and the City did not love this book. However, I've never watched the show and want to. So I feel like reading this before watching the show is actually going to be a good thing to kind of get to know Carrie a little bit more. This is set before the show starts. So this is kind of like a prequel to the show. And I'm just really excited. I tried to This was on my summer TBR last year as well, and I just never got a chance to, so this is the perfect opportunity to finally read this. Great library. Read a book that has been on your TBR forever. Lucky for me, almost dropped it, Piera is doing a read-along of the Red Rising by Pierce Brown series because the 4th book is finally coming out. I'm way behind. I think they're on the 2nd or 3rd book, but I was able to get this from my library, and this is in the top 5 oldest books that have been on my Goodreads TBR, so you know I've been wanting to read this for a while. This is an adult sci-fi series. I think, oh look, it says right on the back, reminiscent of Hunger Games and Game of Thrones. That just sounds amazing to me. I don't know too much about this series and I kind of want to keep it that way, but I'm really excited to finally dive into this series as I've been wanting to read it forever. Next up is The Drowning Deep. Read a book with rich world building. I'm finally going to read Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I can't believe I'm reading 2 of her books during this readathon. I was obsessed with Strange the Dreamer. I can definitely see how it isn't for everyone. It's kind of a slow, whimsical fantasy, but I just fell in love with the world and I'm so excited to continue with this book. It ended not how I expected, and because of that I've been putting off reading this book for way too long. I don't know why. Because it's a duology, I know this is the end, and this also has I think 514, and it says the end, or is it? Come on, Laini Taylor, that is not nice. So this also fits for my weakness of reading a book over 500 pages as well. I'm so excited. I can't believe I have to read 3 other books before I can get to this one. That is going to be a challenge. And lastly is the Bookie Grail. This is where we're all meeting and there is a group book, and the group book is Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I don't actually know what this is about. There is dog hair in it and it's from my library. I don't have a dog. That is kind of gross. But it says it's a fairy tale for grown-ups. So I know there's a movie, but I haven't watched that either. So maybe after reading this book, I will be able to watch the movie. But yes, I was able to get my hands on this. This never happens where the books from my library, I either get them soon enough to film a TBR, or the ones I already had on my shelf, like Red Rising, will work for a readathon. I'm pretty pleased about that. Alright, so those are the 5 books that I'm reading as a scribe for the Book Junkie Trials. I'm excited to participate in this readathon. I think 5 books is very manageable for me. I know a lot of people are doing their 5 like required ones, and then I think there's 17 challenges in total. You can totally hop around to other locations on the map as well if you so choose, but for me, I usually read between 3 and 5 books a month. I think this is going to be good, especially since some of them are pretty chunky. Thank goodness Stardust and A Night of Cake and Puppets is not very big, but some of these books, Muse of Nightmares is really chunky, but I'm thinking that I'm just going to fly through that one. So this is my TBR. Let me know if you are participating. I would love to know, and if you did a video, I would love to watch that as well. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!